Penny at 5764 has just arrived on the 10:15 goods into Beeching End. Welcome to episode 2 of Beeching End TV. A number of smaller things have changed on Beeching End this month. We've got the platform lamps, which are Pico platform lamps that we've painted up in GWR light and dark stone. We've also just added in a few people around the platform, and it's the little things that make a difference. So this is all starting to take shape. It's looking good. Right, so as you can see in this area here, we've also added a few bits and pieces. We've got the water tower, which is another Pico model. Actually, I think this is a model scene. This is a Pico. I'm not sure, I have to check that. We'll pop it up on the video. And that has also been painted in GWR light and dark stone, and we've also glued down the lamp part, and we've also installed a wee hill which Matthew has placed some very out of scale pigs on. Thanks for that, Matthew. So yeah, it's all sort of looking good. We've got some coarse turf also on there just to look like bushes, and it sort of fills in this area quite nicely. So that's what we've sort of done here. As you can see, we have also installed the tunnel, which is looking quite nice. This is a model scene tunnel face, and it looks really nice. We've also come in and put the stone wall across the top. We've also got our coarse turf surrounding it. We're yet to sort of finish off the retaining wall in there, but other than that, the tunnel scene is fairly much completed. These are just the classic old clay stone walls, which Matthew talked about in the last video, and we also just painted up the tunnel mouth with some paint from resin, just a wee resin test pots that you get, and yeah, really happy with how it's come out. So if you're thinking about doing a tunnel scene, definitely recommend this one. Right, so since last time when we were making the walls for the farm scene, the farm scene is now pretty much completed. We're pretty happy with it. Maybe might need to place some animals in the paddock behind it, but yeah, no, it's all looking rather nice and ready for the show. So we're quite pleased with how that's all turned out. Right, so if you were unaware, this layout is supposed to be sort of set in about springtime, and here we have the Station Master's nicely tended veggie garden, and as you can see, some sort of vegetables are starting to sprout in time for summer. Okay, so what we've done along here is we've got some really nice Remu veneer, and stuck it up along the edges. This was simply done by basically tracing it along the edge of the hillside and then simply cutting it out, and it fits quite well, I must admit. Right, so here's the totem. We've got some blue tack on the back of it just for now, and we'll stick it across the gap. Just like so. Really nice. Okay, so since last time I have sort of de-weathered the signal box a little bit. I thought the weathering on it was a little bit too extreme for where it sat, and so I thought, why not just sort of take off the weathering. It was only a wash, so it was a simple method of just going over with a cotton bud and wetting that and just wiping a bit of it off. And now I'm quite pleased with how it looks. It's not as sort of blackened as it was before. So as a nice contrast from what we were last talking about, we have actually since then weathered the track. And we have used, for this, we have used the Woodland Scenics track weathering pens. The one in the shop now is for sleepers, and that is a nice brown colour, which makes the sleepers look a bit more realistic than the colour they come out of when they come out of the factory. And that is what this week's tutorial is about. Now, weather track is one of those things that a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't do as well. So here's a method that some people choose to do, and this is what we've chosen to do. So here we have an example which I prepared earlier in the classical ways of television, and as you can see, the rails have actually been painted a rusty red and the sleepers are like a brownie colour. Now, I would normally do this demonstration, and most of you would normally do this on a piece of track just like this. This is a piece of Hornby track. But for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to use an older piece of track. This is like a Hornby 00 piece of track. And the reason for this is that it's a bit more three-dimensional. So it'll be easier for you guys to see what's going on. Right, so what we'll start off by doing is taking a rusty rail pen, just give it a good shake. And then what we're wanting to do is, you can see we've got the tip there, and basically how this works is you push down on the tip, you pump a couple times, and it emits the paint. So then what you're basically wanting to do is just run it along the edge of the rail, like so, and just pumping it as you go. You want a nice liquidy solution to come out, from what I've discovered. So as you can see, we've done half of it there. We'll just complete this. We'll come back once I've done the other side. So there you have it. As you can see, the camera actually picks it up quite well. Now we have the effect of some rusty rails. So now it's time to get rid of those black coloured sleepers and paint them a more brown sort of colour. So it's the same sort of technique with the Tidy Track sleeper pen. Basically wanting to pump a couple times until it emits the liquid pigment paint type stuff. And you're wanting to go on the edge of the sleeper, and you're also wanting to go in the middle. So we'll very, very simple really. You just got to try and do this sideways. Basically what you're wanting to do is just pump it and then just spread it like you would if you were drawing with a marker or highlighter. So that's basically it. I will admit it's a lot easier to do when it's the right way up. So if you have a layout with track this way up for whatever reason, good luck. So yeah, basically after you've done that, it's basically just a matter of waiting for the pigment to dry. So once that's happened, we'll come back and show you what it looks like. Right, so that concludes this week's episode of Beeching End TV. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check us out on Facebook at Foxwood and Beeching End Model Railways for regular updates on Beeching End. And other than that, have a safe week, and thank you very much for watching. Bye. Across the gap there, just to, well, that's just great.